Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie and today I have a rather large book haul for you because despite my efforts to save money, I have an online shopping problem. My dog just came in and I really hope she didn't knock over the camera. Anyway, I don't know how many books I have to show you, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot and I'm just going to get on into it. First, I'm going to show you the graphic novels that I purchased. In the month of September, I participated in the Avatar: The Last Airbender readathon, and I thought it was the perfect excuse to finally buy some ATLA graphic novels / comics, whatever you want to call them. I think they're comics though. I purchased Imbalance Part 1 and 2, and then I also got the full 3-part collection of The Promise. I also pre-ordered the 3rd installment of Imbalance, and it was supposed to be released like yesterday, and I still don't have it in the mail. So I guess you'll see that next month. When I got this book in the mail, I literally almost cried. I was jumping up and down, so excited, because look, y'all. It's just beautiful. The illustrations are amazing. It literally feels like you're watching a continuation of the show, and that makes my heart happy. Next, I have to show you some contemporaries. First, I have The Start of Me and You by Emery Lord. I really love Open Road Summer by Emery Lord, and it was just a matter of time before I picked up another one of her books. I saw this on Book Outlet, and Book Outlet is so cheap I can justify my purchases. This is a YA contemporary following a girl named Paige whose boyfriend died recently in a swimming accident, and she decides it's time to move on with her life. She decides it's time to try dating again, and so she tries to go after her first crush and see if something develops. Next, I have Letters to the Lost by Bridget Kammerer, and this is a YA contemporary story following a girl named Juliet whose mother has passed away, and one way that she deals with her grief is she writes letters to her mother. And then a boy named Declan ends up finding one of her letters to her mother, and he ends up writing her back. Obviously her mother is dead, so she knows it's not her mother returning her letters, but they keep up with this correspondence, and I guess they start to fall in love. They form a connection, and the tagline for this book is, "Can you fall in love with someone you've never met?" Next, I have Someone Else's Summer by Rachel Bateman, and this is a YA contemporary book that has been on my TBR, and I honestly don't know anything about it besides the cover is cute. I know, but it drew me in. But I love me some YA contemporaries with a little bit of dark subject matter and some romance. But because I don't know the plot of this book, I am going to read the back of it because it's pretty short. When Anna's older sister Storm dies in a tragic car accident on the night of her high school graduation, Anna is devastated until she finds Storm's summer bucket list. To honor her sister, Anna sets out with Storm's best friend Cameron, the boy next door, on an epic road trip to have the best summer ever, and ends up discovering a lot more about herself along the way. This is the perfect book for me, y'all. If it ends up being good, you'll definitely hear about it because I'll let you know. Next, I have a book that was actually gifted to me. I have See Me by Nicholas Sparks. I have a rather large Nicholas Sparks collection, and I'm slowly making my way through them this year, but this is one of the only books of his that I do not own, and one of my good friends gifted it to me. It was a complete surprise. I just got it in the mail, so thank you, Christina. Next, I have Of Neptune by Anna Banks. This is the 3rd book in the Of Poseidon trilogy. I recently bought the first 2 books of Poseidon and of Triton, and then I saw this 3rd book on Book Outlet for cheap. So I decided to just go ahead and complete my collection because I do have a friend who has read these books and she liked them. She didn't say they were like really great, but she did like them. So I know that if she liked them, I will like them at least enough to read the whole series, so why not go ahead and buy them when they're cheap. This is a YA series focusing on Greek mythology, and it follows the sea prince Galen and a girl named Emma who supposedly can talk to fish. I'm assuming it's a trashy YA romance, and I'm here for it. Next, I have The Rise of Kyoshi by F.C. Yee. This is another book that I purchased and read for the ATLA readathon, and y'all, this book is really good. I was not expecting this book to be as good as it is, but it is a lot better than I was even expecting, and I didn't even have low expectations. I had high expectations, but this book blew my high expectations out of the water. If you are not familiar with the Avatar: The Last Airbender universe, it's set in a world with 4 nations, and each nation has the ability to bend a special element. So there's the waterbenders, the earthbenders, the firebenders, and the airbenders. The TV show follows a boy named Aang, who is the last surviving air nomad. He's also the long-lost Avatar. In this world, the Avatar is someone who can bend all 4 elements, and they are reincarnated. So when one Avatar dies, the next one is reborn, and the cycle just repeats itself. And Kyoshi is one of Aang's past lives. She is one of the past avatars who was born in the Earth Kingdom. This book follows her origin story, and it is so good. And I'm going to stop talking about it now because this is a book haul, not a wrap up. Next I have That Inevitable Victorian Thing by E.K. Johnston, and I solely bought this book because of the cover. It's beautiful. It's shiny. It is gorgeous. But I have actually read one of this author's previous works. It is the 1,000 Nights. I read that book last year and I enjoyed it, so I am familiar with the author, and that's how I justified me buying this book based off of the cover. It says, set in a near future world where the British Empire never fell, a surprising, romantic, and thought-provoking story of love, duty, and the small moments that change people and the world. The back is beautiful too. Next I purchased the Remnant Chronicles box set by Mary E. Pearson. So I have The Kiss of Deception, The Heart of Betrayal, and The Beauty of Darkness. This is a unique YA fantasy series following a princess who is on the run. She is trying to escape from an arranged marriage, and her betrothed is out looking for her. And she is also being hunted down by an assassin, and this book follows all 3 of their perspectives. And the thing is, with this book, you don't know who's the assassin and who's the prince trying to find her. And she doesn't either. This series got a lot of hype back in the day, and it kind of gets mixed reviews now, but I'm still excited to read it. It's been on my radar for so long, and I just never picked it up, but now's the time. Next I have Enchanté by Gita Trellis. Sorry. I almost solely bought this book because of the French culture, but I have heard really good things about this book. First, can we just appreciate the inside cover of this book? It's a map of the city of Paris. This is amazing. This book follows an orphan girl named Camille who has magical abilities, and she uses that magic to transform metal into money to help provide for her and her sister. However, one day she decides that this is not enough, and she decides to use her magic to transform herself into a baroness, and she enters the court of Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. This book sounds so good, and also it's set in France. It's calling my name. I had to get it. Next I got The Remedy by Suzanne Young. This is the 3rd book to the Program series. I own books 1 and 2, and I still haven't read them, but I know I'm gonna like them. So I just keep buying the next installment because, I don't know, I have a book buying problem, y'all. I've already told you I have an online shopping problem. It's really bad. There's 6 books in the series, and I already have 3 of them now, so I should probably start reading them now. This series is set in a dystopian world in which suicide has become an epidemic. So in order to control this epidemic, the government has rounded up all of the teenagers that show signs of depression and put them in these treatment camps, basically. They wipe all of their memories, they become a blank slate, but it cures them of their depression. I know I'll really like it. And lastly, I have Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. This is book 2 in the This Savage Song duology. And I recently bought the first book, and I know I'm probably really gonna like this series as well, so I decided to go ahead and complete the collection. It's only 2 books, so why not? And they're cheap on Book Outlet, so again, why not? It's my money and I'll do what I want to. Do what I want to. Do what I want to. Sorry, I had to get that out of me. In this world, monsters and humans coexist, and monsters are created from the sins of humans. It follows a human girl named Kate who wants to be a monster, and a monster boy named August who wants to be a human. I've heard great things about this duology, and I've heard such great things about Victoria Schwab. I own a couple of her books now, but I still haven't read any of them, so I'm interested to see where I'll fall on the spectrum. Alright, I believe those are all the books that I purchased, or... wait. No! I have an unboxing! I have an unboxing for you guys. This month, Book of the Month YA had a coupon code where you get your first book, your first subscription box for $5. And I took advantage of that. So, I'm going to show you which book I got. Oh, I didn't realize it comes in like plastic wrap and packaging like this. Whoops. Cardboard? Share the love. Okay. And a book of the month bookmark, which I don't use bookmarks unless they're the magnetic kind, because I hate bookmarks, y'all. I'll have to talk about it in another video, but I really don't like bookmarks. And the book I got is The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Haro. And this book looks so good. It also sounds really mysterious and intriguing and unique. But let's just take a second to appreciate this cover, because it's beautiful. So the premise of this book is so confusing to me, but it's very intriguing. But because it's confusing me, I don't really know how to explain it to you without confusing you. From what I gather, it follows a teenage girl named January who lives in this mansion full of like mysterious artifacts, and then she finds this special book. I'm just gonna read this part because I don't want to confuse you. A book that carries the scent of other worlds and tells a tale of secret doors of love, adventure, and danger. Each page turn reveals impossible truths about the world, and January discovers a story increasingly entwined with her own. It's very vague, but it sounds really good, which is why I chose it. Also $5. I would love to be able to do book subscription services all the time, but they're a little bit too expensive for me. I like to online shop, but only if I get a good bargain. And this was a good bargain. Alright, now that is it. Those are all the books that I bought / was given to in the month of September. Let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of these books and if some of them are your favorites. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more bookish content by me. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.